Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, The Kingly Way. My name is King, and today I am going to do a mukbang, and the place that I got food from is Chipotle. So I have some chips, large size guacamole, and I have a burrito bowl. So hopefully you get to see a little bit more meat in here. Okay, and another thing, I want to talk about 3 things about Korean society, and it's mostly in general and some specifics about it. So I'm going to go over those 3 points. But before I start talking about those 3 points, I'm going to start eating away at my dinner here. So yeah, this is a burrito bowl. And another thing about Chipotle here is it is plant-based, vegan friendly. If you get the rice and beans and just the vegetables, actually it costs less. If you get anything with meat on it, it will cost a little bit more. So I'm gonna tackle this right now. So I got the beef burrito bowl. So I'm gonna try to eat some of this. Wow. It has lots of salads. Yeah. And of course, I didn't go and pick this up. I got it delivered. So I used the Postmates app and they delivered it. And actually, they delivered it in 20 minutes. So it does cost extra for them to deliver it. But yeah, I have so much going on. I want it delivered. So, look at this. Look good. I always ate the burrito. Never ate the burrito bowl. I'm really liking it. Really good. Quite tasty. Now, I have some chips here. So I'm going to tackle in, dip in the guacamole. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love guacamole. For those that live in Korea, you know, avocado is so expensive. So this is such a luxury to have, you know? Ooh, yeah. Very good. Wow, this is a pretty big burrito bowl. I think maybe it's better to just get the burrito bowl. Get more bang for your buck here. Oh. I have not had Chipotle in a year. So I finally decided, hey, I'm gonna order some Chipotle and do a video about Chipotle. Now I want to talk about point 1 about Korean society. So what is Korean society? It's a Confucius society. So it's a saving face society. So in a good way, it keeps everyone in check, but in a bad way, you know, the hierarchy is to the extreme. So just because someone is older than you, you have to like show him or her respect. So that's, you know, Korean society, where since I'm from the West, I ain't gonna respect you unless you respect me. It's a two-way street. That's the attitude I have. You know, I don't like it when someone older than me says, you have to respect me because I'm older than you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Nah. So that's the part I don't like about Korean society. You know, if you're cool, I'm cool, and vice versa. So it's a two-way street. But in Korean society, yeah, you gotta call so if I have a male friend and he's older than me, I have to call him Hyung, which I don't follow at all. And I do get hate comments about it. I get a lot of hate over it. He goes, "Well, you got to adopt in the Korean society." Well, I do live in Korea. I've actually haven't had too many issues. You know, I usually don't like things to be weird. I just tell them, look, just be cool and I'm cool. But in Korean society, to me, the way I act is frowned upon. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to call you Hyung or Nuna just because you're older than me. It's just the way I was raised. And that's just the way I think. And some of you might say, well, that's wrong of you to act that way, King. Well, I grew up with a Korean family. I grew up in, you know, being shoved down the throat with, put your eyes down and stuff. So I've already been through that with, growing up. And, and of course I can't change the fact that I'm Korean. I can't change that fact. But I choose to live the way I want to live. That's why this channel, The King Lee Way, is the way I live. I live with freedom and I live with meaning and purpose. So that's the thing. The bad thing is, I don't like the hierarchy of it, but the Confucius, what was meant to be, we got to keep ourselves in check. I don't have a problem with that at all. All right, so before I talk about point number 2 about Korean society, let me see if I can dig in more so I can give you more of a picture of what this burrito bowl looks like. So I'm starting to see more of the rice and the cheese. Oh yeah. That's been a while since I had Chipotle. So good. Lots of greens. Yeah, a lot of the steak is coming out. Oh yeah, tastes so good. It's been a while since I've had Chipotle, as I said earlier. Yep, more chips, guacamole. I could eat these all day. Yeah, I gotta say it is quite expensive for Chipotle. The burrito's about $7 or $8. But I love the taste of the chips, so So they just usually made with real corn and masa flour. So that's the description right there. So there's lots of Chipotles here. That's what some of my friends go, oh, I miss Chipotle. So yeah. I wish they had one in Korea. That'd be nice. So I'm gonna keep attacking this as much as I can. Ooh, yeah, I'm really missing this. One thing I'm enjoying being in the States, I get to kind of, enjoy college basketball. Right now it's March Madness. Early I was watching Duke play Central Florida. Duke got lucky because Central Florida, if they could have just tipped in that rebound into the basket, we would be having an upset where number 1 would have been knocked out, but Duke survived, so Duke is going to the Sweet 16. So yeah, I love March Madness. It's kind of a ritual. And in Korea, I wouldn't even follow it unless I'm filling out a bracket, Plus, it's morning in Korea. So sometimes it's hard access to get. Like the cool thing is, when I'm in Korea, they do telecast Major League Baseball and NBA, and sometimes NHL. So you can watch it on the Korean Sports Network. Of course, you got to listen to commentators in Korean. So sometimes depends. If I want to really follow Major League, I will order MLB.com, and it actually works over there in Korea. So my friends are like, yeah, it's nice to listen to the English broadcasting. Since I have one of my friends who's a Colorado's Rockies fan, he's like, yeah, it's so nice. I understand everything. Of course, no duh. So yeah, so that's the thing. And recently, I've been able to watch NFL games in Korea. But now, lately, I've been home for like 4 months of the year. So I usually catch, the NFL in September and October at times. And then the last 2 months, I have to watch it overseas when I'm over there. So it's cool. So let's see. Let me dig into some more. Oh, and I did pick like the brown or green rice. So you get to choose what you want. So yeah, this tastes really good. I like the sour cream in here too. It's a nice, good mix. Wow, this is a pretty large bowl. I think it's bigger. Yeah, it is bigger than a burrito. Wow. I don't know if I can finish this. Wow. Yeah, it's really good. So, ooh, these chips are so good. It's like a lime taste. Really good. Now, I want to talk about point 2 about Korean society. Now, for example, of course, there's now a lot of expats from the Western countries and from the other countries that are, English teachers there. And of course, in learning the Korean language, so if a foreigner that doesn't look Asian sits there and speaks some Korean, in Korean society, they kind of get praised. Oh, good, you speak Korean. Now, if you're an overseas Korean like myself, or a Gilpo, which is Korean American, Korean Canadian, etc., etc., if I don't speak Korean properly, I will be ridiculed. I will be, condemned. Because they expect, because the way I look, I have to speak Korean. I got to make sure I say, the yo at the end. 알았어요. 아니요. So I'll be judged on that as a Korean American. So they expect you to speak Korean. But if you're a foreigner, you can kind of get away if you're even just going, 안녕하세요. Oh, 감사합니다. It's like, oh. But in my case, yeah, sometimes it kind of does piss me off that I don't want to speak Korean because of that. Because of the ridicule that I get. Unless, I'm with my dad or I'm with my dad's friend, I strictly do speak Korean to them. Because my dad doesn't speak English. And my dad's friend, who is close to my age, he does not speak English at all. Everything's Korean. So this is the only time where I really have to speak Korean is when I'm with them. Or, if I meet a Korean friend, sometimes I go out of my way and speak Korean for him or her at times, just so they understand, and I'll speak to me in English. So there's like no, miscommunication there. So, if I have to really speak Korean, I could do it. But sometimes I feel like there's ridicule. And sometimes I'll just speak English because then I don't get messed with, So that's some of the things I deal with in Korean society, Of course, when I'm in Los Angeles, I don't get as much ridicule in Los Angeles, in America, if I just kind of speak a little here. Because a lot of us Gyopos live there, so they're kind of like, okay. Those kind of bend over and speak English, too, but most of the times in Koreatown, LA, I had to speak Korean to get around there. But in Korea, I have to kind of like know what I'm saying, or 가래야디요 or 입니다 and all that, those correct markers. So that's one of the things about Korean society. They're very harsh on their own if you don't properly speak Korean. Now, if you're a foreigner, okay, you can get away with a little bit, you know. Or if they really listen to me, go, oh, he's American, but you're not Korean. I'm just like, yes, I am. My parents are Korean. English is my first language. Korean's my second. So, yeah. So that's point number 2 about things about Korean society with regards to language. All right, let me knock some of this out, and I'll finish out with point number 3. Wow, not bad. Oh, I got some jalapenos in here. Oh, I'm enjoying this beef bowl. The beef burrito bowl. Wow. Oh. So yeah, yeah, I haven't had Chipotle and wow, like I said earlier, it's been a minute, but it tastes so good. Ooh. Yeah. Wow, I'm almost halfway there. Oh yeah. Pretty good. Man, I think next week I'll be at the Dodger game. So hopefully I can do something there, but it's usually hard to block at Dodger Stadium. Oh yeah. So good. Love it. The chips are so lemon taste, you know? It has a lemon lime taste. I like that. That's one thing I loved about Chipotle. Let's see if I can knock more of this out. Oh. Now, I'm going to break the last point. Point number 3. Oh my goodness. Korean society. Beauty standards. And my opinion is I like it. I don't like it. It's nice to see, you know, young, pretty women in Korea. You know. For example, this is kind of old news for most of Korea. So they're probably like, King, you're behind the 8 ball here. Yeah. Well, I was just watching a video on Asian Boss, you know, 2018 Miss Korea pageant. The woman named Kim Sumin, or Sumin Kim, won. But it was kind of, you know, the way she won, she wasn't the ideal, you know, body type in what Korean society pegs. Like, for example, the average weight should be around 110 to 120. So it's like 42 kilograms if I was doing the conversion. And in this case, you know, Kim Soo-min, she was going to school abroad, and she came back to Korea, and she just decided to enter. And she didn't even, you know, she didn't even plan on, you know, going the whole way on this. And she ended up winning the whole thing. but her ideal weight type was 131 pounds, and which is about 59 to 60 kilograms, and her height was only 5'6". Now, when I looked at the pictures, to me, she's still stunning and beautiful, you know, because the last two winners, their average weight was 119 and 120. So she was talking about in her video, like she got hate comments like, no, you are not what Korea represents. You're not pretty enough. And I'm sitting here like, oh my goodness. The Korean standards, you know. I mean, it's good to have the standards, but when you get extreme with the standards, I have a problem with this. So this is where, you know, every time when I was teaching English in Korea, I would look at some of my students, you know, like starting from like late elementary, middle school, especially the girls, they're putting on freaking makeup and stuff. I'm just like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you putting on that much makeup? You don't need that. But, you know, that's the way it is in Korean society, the pressure. So, for example, you know, this is what I have a problem with, and this is something I want to speak out against, is nothing wrong, you know, the way they do things, but I think it's very extreme. Like, you know, young Koreans, they go to school, you know, go to a cram school, Hagwon afterwards, after school academy. And then, especially for like the young women, if they get into like Sky or a good university, you know what the present is? The present from their mom and dad is plastic surgery. So that they can get into a good university after they score high on the exam. And then after 4 years, they'll find a husband. You know, it's just the pressure is just so extreme. And, you know, nothing wrong with, you know, the standards of beauty. It's nice, but at what cost and what extreme? That's the one I have a problem with. And no one is really going to say it, but I'm going to say it. It's very extreme. And, you know, and I think it's kind of sometimes, in my opinion, it's dangerous for especially young middle school girls to be doing makeup. You know, they don't need to be doing makeup till later on. You know, just use like some skincare just to protect your skin. You know, and you know, some of them will stay beautiful that way instead of covering up. Because sometimes the joke is, what is it? I have a story about a woman who's married to her husband over 20 years. She would wake up before her husband wake up and put makeup on. So the husband never sees her without makeup. And sometimes with that extremeness of that makeup use, some of the Korean guys that date their girlfriends, when they take off their makeup, she did not recognize her girlfriend. So yeah, those beauty standards get too extreme. Nothing wrong. It's nice, you know. Korea has the standards, but it's to the extreme. And the reason I'm saying something about Korean society is, you know, after 1953, the people had to get together and, you know, work hard, go to school. That was the way it was. But today's time, I think the new generation needs to speak up and say something and, you know, take Korea into another direction. Because I think Korea needs to kind of go another direction to become, you know, what they are. You know, it is a economic powerhouse, but I think it could even be a more global economic powerhouse if they could change a few things there. So those are, yeah, the 3 points. So to reiterate the 3 points, first, Korean society is a Confucius saving face society. 2, the language, you know, simple language to learn. Hangul is not that hard, but it's extreme for someone like myself that don't speak it perfectly. I will get ridiculed. And 3, the beauty standards. It's nice to have the beauty standards, but I think it's a little extreme. So I think there's more options and better ways to do things. But it's not, and I'm not trying to put my Western United States views on Korea, but there's other ways to do things, and hopefully Korea can figure that out and, you know, make a change for the good for the youth. Because right now, as I said in my past videos, the unemployment rate for young Koreans is about 18% from the ages of 22 and 30. There's really no future, and they're looking to get out of Korea for that reason, to go find something else or find employment elsewhere. So those are things that we are dealing with Korean society. So those are like the 3 points of Korean society that I wanted you to understand. And yeah, you know, I'm not completely negative or positive, you know, I'm either way on it. So, and I live in Korea, so I kind of deal with some of these issues over there, and I see it. I see it, you know, I live it, I see what's going on over there. So, those are just the 3 points. Now, I'm going to try to finish some of this before I go. So, let's see, I got it almost halfway, and let's see how far I can get this in here. And I'm just gonna take another chip. Oh, I know, I can't do it like the mukbang stars. Just can't eat as much. Oh yeah. But pretty good. Okay. Well, if any of you enjoyed any of this content that I spoke about, please like, subscribe, and comment. And click on the bell icon for future videos. So, wherever you are in the world, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.